Thousands of kids across KELOLAND are busy with football, soccer, volleyball, and a long list of other fall activities.
And if you step outside, you may also hear the sounds of a local marching band practicing or performing.
In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Travis Fossing shows us how one O'Gorman student is turning tragedy into triumph, with marching band playing a key role in the process.
As the sunrise shows off its colors against the clouds, the O'Gorman Marching Band is preparing for competition. Marching band isn't a contact sport, but that doesn't mean it's not physically demanding.
We're moving at high velocities in a very specific and stylized way, and it really doesn't let up for 8 to 10 minutes depending on the length of the show.
Sometimes I hate watching myself because I know I'm doing it wrong.
15-year-old Alicia Mueller is in her second year of marching band and is sometimes out of step.
My right leg doesn't exactly keep up sometimes with my left leg.
The sophomore faces a unique challenge every time she steps onto the field, marching with a prosthetic leg.
She's never complained once. If it's something that's hurting that day, or if it's something that she can't, she just says, hey, we got to change this, and we get after it. But she is just a trooper and always positive about it.
I really enjoy it, so I want to do very, very well.
There you go.
We first met Alicia in the summer of 2018, when marching was a distant dream.
I think about the future, like I will be able to do some stuff again, like running, but right now you gotta get past this, and then you can do so much more.
In February 2018, a bout with pneumonia and strep turned catastrophic. The strep made its way into Alicia's bloodstream, throwing her body into toxic shock and eventually cardiac arrest.
Your child is coding in front of you and you know it's been 20 minutes. Your thought is that they're going to tell us any moment that this isn't going to be successful and you're going to need to say goodbye.
After nearly an hour of CPR and other life-saving measures, Alicia regained a pulse.
I woke up 4 weeks later and was told immediately that I was going to lose my leg.
Alicia quickly realized amputation was the best-case scenario.
I was still kind of out of it, but I was okay with it, as long as I got to live.
In addition to the amputation, Alicia lost sight in her right eye and landed on the kidney transplant list. Her vision has not returned, but her kidneys did heal on their own.
There we go.
And then came the prosthetic.
Once she got her leg, she had to actually learn to walk again and rebuild all those new muscles.
When you take into consideration what she had been through up to that point, the emotional and the physical duress that she had to go through, and then to somehow muster up the motivation to actually, now I need to rehabilitate myself. I mean, it was very inspiring to watch her go through that.
Alicia was walking with confidence by Christmas 2018, but had bigger aspirations.
With my PT, I relearned how to run and how to get stronger.
Physical therapy wasn't the last obstacle Alicia would face. She eventually developed arthritis in her left ankle and hip, which led to a hip replacement in March 2021. Months later, against all odds, Mueller joined marching band. She intended to work behind the scenes, but O'Gorman director of bands, Ben Koch, had other plans.
He convinced me to do mellophone. I don't regret it at all. I love it.
I definitely would have had her on the sidelines, but because Mr. Koch had faith in her, it's been really good for her. It's been good for her confidence level.
She contributes as much as any member, and she's definitely just out there working hard and one of the family.
It hasn't always been smooth sailing.
I had a pretty big fall a couple of weeks ago. I was doing a backwards marching and I was going too fast and my leg couldn't keep up, and so it didn't catch me. So I fell backwards and did like an armadillo roll.
She may stumble and fall, but Mom and Dad know marching band has done wonders for her recovery.
There was a moment where we didn't know if she was going to live. We didn't know if she lived, if she were going to be able to attend regular classes with her classmates. We didn't know how much damage would be done, and so it's very rewarding as a parent to just know how hard she had to work to be out there.
It's really been something for her that has really kind of rejuvenated her and given her real motivation to push herself.
Alicia's parents call her an inspiration. She reluctantly agrees, with a smile.
Sometimes I don't really believe it myself, but I know I am.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Travis Fossing.
Oh, what an amazing story of perseverance. You know she's going to do some big things in her life. Now, Alicia doesn't typically march during competitions on natural grass. She says her prosthetic leg does tend to get stuck. But O'Gorman will be back on the turf this Saturday for the 35th Annual Festival of Bands in Sioux Falls.
Boy, if you think you have problems, she kind of puts it in perspective, doesn't she?
She is amazing.
Inspiring.